Pop! Mmm. Man, do I love some good, juicy bubblegum. Brings me to my story today. Pop! The Invention of Bubblegum by Megan McCarthy. This is a non-fiction text that I really enjoy. Do you ever go out to a restaurant and you see those giant gumball machines that have those big old juicy gumballs in them, and you're like, Mom, or Dad, can I have 25 cents for a gumball? I do. Pop. On a small street in Philadelphia in the 1920s, there was a factory owned by the Fleer family. Inside the factory, lots of gum and candy were made. Working upstairs was a young accountant named Walter Demir. His job was to add numbers and balance budgets. He knew lots about math, but not much about gum. There wasn't enough space in the building, so a new experimental laboratory was moved into the office next to Walter's. In came lots of beakers and pots and tubes. What could be going on? The big secret was that the company was trying to make a new kind of gum. Chewing gum had already been around for centuries. Men in top hats and women in puffy dresses chewed gum for fun and to cure things like stomach aches. The ancient Greeks chewed the sap of the mastic tree. Gum's been around for a while. And American Indians introduced early settlers to spruce tree resin, a sticky substance that could be chewed. Ho hum, gum wasn't that exciting. But what if gum chewers could blow bubbles? Now, that would be something. A world full of bubblegum blowers. Every day, Walter watched what went on inside the laboratory. There wasn't much progress. One day, his boss gestured towards one of the kettles containing a gum experiment and said, "Watch that, will you?" After a while, not only was I watching it, I was doing it, Walter said. He added a bit of this and a bit of that, but still nothing. Perhaps making a new gum wasn't possible after all. And soon, Walter's boss had given up. But Walter hadn't. He spent months playing with different mixtures. Finally, something was happening. Bubbles! Big, glorious bubbles! The mixture needed flavor, so Walter added a bit of cinnamon, a dash of wintergreen, and a drop of vanilla. Could this bubbling batch be bubblegum? Walter put a wad in his mouth and began to chew. When the time was right, he blew a magnificent bubble. "I had it," Walter said. Pop! Excitedly, he passed out the mixture for his coworkers to try. We were blowing bubbles and prancing all over the place. Sadly, the next day the mixture was as hard as a rock. It wouldn't blow a bubble worth a darn. But Walter didn't give up. Back to work he went. After many more months of adding this and that, top secret ingredients he would never share, Walter found what he was looking for. Check out that date. 1928. It bubbled and popped. Could this batch finally be bubblegum? To finish off his grand creation, he needed some color. Pink coloring was the only one I had at hand, said the inventor, so in it went. A batch was cut into pieces, and 5 pounds of it was brought to a local mom-and-pop store. It was the day after Christmas, and the kids who came into the store got the present of a lifetime. They were the first people in the world to try a bubblegum that worked. That day, Walter gave lessons on how to blow bubbles. Everyone loved bubblegum. When the kids discovered what it could do, it sold out that afternoon. That was a big one. Walter's double bubble was such a success that the Fleer Corporation made truckloads of delicious bubblegum. It was delivered to small stores and big stores alike. After being promoted to vice president and then later retiring from Fleer, Walter enjoyed the rest of his life in a relaxed manner. He was known to ride around on a giant tricycle and liked to invite the neighbor kids over for, what else? Gum blowing contests. Walter Deemer never got rich from his invention, but he didn't seem to mind. "I've done something with my life," he said. "I've made kids happy all around the world." Back here, there's facts about Walter and lots of facts about bubblegum. Studies have shown that chewing gum can help people concentrate. Detectives can find criminals by comparing their chewed gum, an imprint of their teeth left in it, to their dental records. Chewing gum on an airplane will prevent your ears from popping. Cool. If you were to write a how to blow a bubble, a step-by-step procedural type of writing, how would you say it? Pop the gum into your mouth and blow the bubble? How could you give specific directions to someone who's maybe never blown a bubble from bubblegum before? Maybe unwrap the wrapper, put the gum into your mouth, chew until the gum gets soft. I'm trying to think. I like to form a ball of the gum by moving it around in my teeth. So it's kind of like a sphere, like that. Then I flatten it out using the roof of my mouth and my soft tongue, like that. Then I work the gum towards the front of my tongue and press my tongue, also providing air at the same time and closing my mouth. So it's kind of like all together. Make it flat, press it to the front of my tongue. That was weak sauce. Let's try again. Flat, front of tongue, and blow air. Close it off. Pop the bubble inside your mouth. Voila! Bubble. If you are not allowed to chew gum yet or blow bubbles, that is okay. Maybe it's a nice day and you could blow some bubbles outside. I hope you enjoyed Pop, the invention of bubblegum. Have a wonderful day.